Okay, this is the Esword version of Scripture Analyzer, something I don't really care that much about. Very heavily influenced with Strong's and not really all that great as far as really trying to get to the original Hebrew and the text and the grammar thereof. But anyway, to get started here, I want you to take a look down here at these Strong's numbers. Now I've got 7936 called up here first, and we look over here, it's the Shin, the Kuf, and the Resh. It's Shakar, the same word, root word that we were looking at over in the interlinear version. Okay, so in this definition, it's talking about primitive root by prosthesis through the idea of temporary purchase, to hire, earn wages, hire, etc. We're going to go down one. 737, and it's the same word, shakar, a primitive word, to become tipsy, in a qualified sense, to satiate with a stimulating drink, or figuratively influence, to be filled with drink, drunk, to be merry, etc. So the first one, we have wages, now we have drunk. Now these are right next to each other. We'll go down one more. Shakur, this is wages, reward, sluices. Go down to 7939. Payment of contract, concretely. See, we got the same word over here. Exact same word. Wages, fair, maintenance, compensation, benefit, hire, price, reward, wages, worth. 7940. Same one up here. Recompense, Sakar. Two Israelites were named Sakar. 7941. Oh, this is Shekar, okay? So Shekar is the intoxicant, and Shikar is wages. I don't see it. I think it's a way that the I don't want to browbeat anybody, but anyway, there's some confusion going on here, and it all has to do with the implementation of vowel pointings and thereby changing the definition. This is the way that the Hellenized people can manipulate the word of Yahuwah in its purest form to meet their needs and their requirements, to justify their habits and their addictions. It's sad, but it's true. Let's go down to 7942. Shikaron. Shikaron. This is drunkenness. It's also a place in Palestine. The on means upon. Okay, so it's the wages upon, or something like that. Okay, let's go down again. 7943. Shikaron. Oh, intoxication, to be drunk. 7944. And that would be all. Okay, so here's how we do a search. This is also free. You can find it on the internet. The best thing to do is mail order the CD. It's got everything that you need, and then you can add things to it that you might need down the road, like other Bible versions, etc. For example, up here, the Scriptures 1998 is the modern version of the Scriptures in English that has a lot of the Hebrew terminology. For example, it's got the father's name, and it says Mitzrayim, and it'll have the correct pronunciation of the prophets and things like that. And instead of saying the L word, it's replaced with sovereign. It's really a good resource when it comes to these pollutions that we have as far as Scripture today. But how do we find all those uses? Well, let's go up here to the first one. which is shachar. Okay, that has to do with the purchase or something like that. Would that be a good one? Or which one would you like to look at? Shachar. Okay, this is the tipsy one, qualified in cents. It's H7937. If I highlight that, right click of it, and then copy it. Okay, this is what we're going to look for. Now, a little trick to help you is to go up here and hit the King James Plus. King James Plus has Strong's numbers for each word or phrase. So what we're going to do is change to the King James Version Plus with the Strong's numbers. And we're going to go up here and click on Bible and select Search. Now I already had a search up here, so what I need to do is go up here and right click and paste. We got our Strong's numbers there. We're in the King James Plus version. And we go over here on the binoculars and click that for the lookup. And what we find here is every verse which uses that Strong's number. When this was all I had, I used it a lot in this manner, and it was really helpful. The only drawback is that you can't find root words, for example, with maybe different vowel pointings. I click OK to close that. So basically, when it comes to trying to find the root word and every use as like shakar and from and the to and the who and the wherefore, you can find it in the interlinear version. But here you can only find it by Strong's number, which is their interpretation, which is pretty sad. There is one other version I'm checking out. I'll probably put up something. It's an interlinear translation kind of a thing as well. And when I find out if it's worthy, it's very expensive. It's about $175, but I think I'm going to plunk it down just to have a look at it and see if it might be able to help some people out there. But I'll check it out for you and I'll let you know what I think. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. Don't trust your Strongs, and don't trust the Hellenized translations. Let Scripture define Scripture. Boker Tov.